The planetary crust has started to break up following the 9th impact. The 9th asteroid was the biggest, and we believe the impact has also destabilized Slept's orbit. We are taking new readings now, but any deviation in orbit will not be big enough to affect the impact of the last 3 asteroids. The 10th asteroid is now in visual range. The impact should be quite spectacular. Most of the planet's surface is molten, and since the oceans boil off, Slept has an atmosphere of superheated steam. There seems little point in keeping the entire fleet on station here, so with your permission, I will have all the crew observers sent for some much needed honor. The campaign is the top one, but it's time my comrades to the well-earned rest.
Technical Dalek, can you clean up the signal? We are losing them.
I am attempting to do so, Emperor. The signal is being distorted by a level 3 gravitational disturbance. Gravitational disturbance caused by the destruction of Slept? No, Sub-Commander. The interference is at this end. The source is close to the edge of the Primean system.
It has been a while since I last checked Mega Brain Machine Ultra's predictions. I wonder what can we expect today? 43.7229% chance of heavy rain and a 98.9795% chance of an all-out attack by the First Empire. No, that cannot be correct. Surely there is some error in the data. It is the middle of the dry season. We should not have heavy rain for months yet. I must consult the meteorological Daleks about this.
How can there be an unknown gravitational phenomenon so close to the system? Why have our sentinels not reported it?
There is an emergency signal coming in now from one of our perimeter surveyors. Priority level Cyan.
Alert, alert, we are under attack. Hostile battle fleet approaching the system.
Enemy vessels positively identified as First Dalek Empire warships. We cannot escape them.
Process that surveyor scope data immediately. I want to know what we are up against.
Processing data now.
Put the fortress on blue alert. Open the armories and have unarmed units cycle through following emergency plan 3C. We must assume that whoever is leading this attack is more competent than Turd.
Blue alert! Blue alert! All Daleks to battle readiness! This is not a drill! All units implement code blue plan 3C and stand by for further instructions! Analyzing surveyor scope data. From the number of capital ships, I estimate the enemy has multiple legion strength with heavy support.
So many ships, it is no wonder their mast drives caused a gravitational disturbance. But how did a fleet that large get so close to us without being detected until now?
Judging by their approach vector, they swung wide of the standard Skaro traffic route. They are coming in from the opposite direction from the Mukau system.
Technical Dalek, enlarge and enhance the image in the area of the trinary system.
Image at maximum resolution.
That is the Mega Saucer Exterminator, the Golden Emperor's flagship. If it is here, then the Tyrant is leading the attack himself. If we are to have any chance of surviving this, we need more time to prepare our defense. If we let them land unopposed, we are doomed. Han Solo, I want you to take the space fleet up and buy us some time. I wish we had the ships that are with Nerf, but we will have to manage with what we have got. Delay them as long as possible.
I obey.
Han Solo.
Emperor.
It is very likely you will not be returning from this mission. You are and have been my friend. But if the Tyrant has his way, future generations of Daleks will not even understand the concept of friendship.
May the fates be with you, Xenol.
Now they know we are here. I had hoped we could englobe Zaragelin and trap their fleet on the surface, but I think I would have been more disappointed if Xenol's defenses had proved so lax.
I doubt we could have got much closer without being detected anyway. The gravity wake of so many ships must be generating a lot of interference.
It does not matter. We have enough ships to crush any force they send against us.
You have sounded the alert. What has happened? Has battle commenced?
Calm yourself, Davros. We have nearly exterminated one of Xenol's Sentinel surveyors. We have yet to encounter their main force.
I am relieved. I have been looking forward to witnessing the space battle. I would have hated to miss any of it.
I am still not sure it was a good idea for you to make this journey so...
You need not worry about me, Emperor Xanathrix. It has been a long time since I last felt so well. Shedding my ailing body appears to have given my brain a whole new lease of life. I feel reborn, and without the burden of a body, my brain is virtually immortal. I shall not need to return to the null entropy chamber ever again. With my thoughts clearer than ever before, I will remain animate, and can play a much greater role in steering the Dalek race towards its destiny.
That is good to know.
Fortunately, many of our troops have already been armed in preparation for the planned attacks on Zarnik 2 and Raspu 10. By sunrise, better than 95% of our combat units will be armed.
Good. I am bringing the reserve magma reactors online, so we will have full power for the wall defenses.
It seems likely that the Golden Tyrant will take the same approach as Turd, landing forces in Peproni for a push across the Harinti Desert.
Yes, he has little choice. The slope protects our flank, and he dare not try a landing in the desert where our big guns could reach him. His force is large enough that he can afford to split it and attempt an airdrop over the Mogak Mountains, but we can seed the area with mines to protect our rear.
Can we lay a trap again? The way we did with Turd?
No, the tyrant will not be so easily fooled. He also has far more ships than Turd. There will not be room for them all in Peproni. I expect him to land in the Faran Basin and on the Savrasian Flats as well. Any ambush force we sent out would risk being outflanked by enemy units moving up from the other landing sites. I am also reluctant to split our forces. The coming battle will be hard fought, and as much as I hate to sacrifice maneuverability in order to defend fixed positions, given the size of the attacking force, our only chance is to dig in and make them pay heavily for all the ground they take.
I have heard that it is the Golden Emperor himself who is attacking, leading 1 million Dalek warriors. Battle Saucer Havoc to Zaragellan control. The fleet is assembled and leaving orbit. We will keep this channel open.
Of course, defending fixed positions from assault by a superior force is always a bad prospect. I remember the battle for Weltro Major. I was there the night the mechanoids attacked Defense Post 27 Amber. You cannot imagine the red glare of their photocells and the howling of their sirens as they swarmed the walls.
Grexol, we do not have time to listen to your stories. Section 514, we are to report to Clinical Bay 31 to be fitted with our weapons. Move out. What happened at 27 Amber?
We deactivated them in their hundreds. The hallways ran orange with their oil, but still they pressed forward.
That is not likely to happen here then.
Plot a course to cross the enemy's line of approach at an angle. Our primary objective is not to fight, but to delay the enemy. We will lead them away from Zaragellan, avoiding engagement for as long as possible. They will have to come after us. For them to even attempt a planetary landing while our fleet is free to act would be madness. If we could trap them against the planet, the advantage would be ours, despite their greater numbers. They will realize what we are doing, of course, and they have enough ships that they will be able to split their force and send their transports in while the warships keep us busy. When that happens, we will have no option but to fight. Keep the crew at full battle readiness. I want no delay when the time comes. Defense gunners, calibrate your target scopes and stand by. Unpack another 20 for torpedo room 3. Reactor output at 100%. All systems nominal. Open the circuits to the primary cannon and run diagnostics on the power flow regulators.
Contact on the surveyor scope. Multiple high-energy sources. The enemy fleet is heading this way. Elaborate. What is the strength of the hostile force? Analyze their attack pattern. The strategy computer cannot determine a pattern of attack. The enemy fleet is not approaching us directly. Also, their numbers are not consistent with the known size of the 1st and 3rd Army space fleets. There are many smaller vessels, but the number of capital ships we are detecting is less than half the figure we know the renegades to possess.
This may be one of Xenol's cunning ploys. There may be a second fleet closing on us secretly from another direction. Or it may be that for some reason these are the only ships they have available at this time.
A logical assessment, General Venom. Do you have any recommendations as to how we should deal with either of those possibilities?
In either case, they are the enemy and should be exterminated.
My own thoughts exactly. First, Captain Zero. The fleet will attack.
The Scarosian fleet has altered course. They are coming after us. We have adjusted our own heading to lead them away from Zaragellan.
Good. I am bringing the reserve magma reactors online so we will have full power for the wall defenses.
Unless they split their fleet and threaten Zaragellan, we will not engage until they overhaul us. Because we are not heading directly away from them, it is inevitable that they will close the gap between us eventually.
So I said to the Supreme Dalek we could reduce the length by 10% and bolt a wheel on the end.
Xenol, where did you get that electron shredder?
It belonged to Secondary Subcommander Zapper Zabrax. He was exterminated in action on the lural moon of Plu, and I salvaged it as a memento. It has been in my kit bag ever since. When we got the call to arm, I had the technical Daleks fit it instead of a standard blast gun.
General Services Section 514, pay attention. You are now officially reactivated as Combat Assault Section 514. I have your orders here. This data plate has a Sapphire security rating. Destroy it if there is any risk of it being captured by the enemy.
Unless the enemy make any further course changes, our fastest elements will be in strike range in 1200 rels. Signal to all vessels. Attack will begin in 1500 rels. We will employ Attack Plan 9. Inform the hoverbound squadrons that they are to form the spearhead and engage the enemy fighter screen.
Blue leader to Blue Mining Squadron. Lock strike foils in attack position. Watch out for the enemy armored hoverbouts. They are better armed and more maneuverable than us, but we are faster and superior in number.
Communications. Get me a link to Subcommander Zelon's site. I want an update on the status of the wall defenses.
All defense turrets are raised, apart from C2. Engineering Daleks are working on it now.
There is sand fouling the pistons. I need a tin of silicone gun and the big hammer. Turret D8 to control, requesting permission to test fire weapons. Turret F3 diagnostics complete. All systems fully operational. Turret C2 is up and locked. Extending weapons barrels now.
Inform Control that all turrets are now deployed, and we will have readiness tests finished by midday.
Enemy fleet closing fast. They will be in strike range in 400 rels. Then it is time for us to seize the initiative, Number 1. We will turn and attack. Transmit the signal to all vessels.
Powering down gravity lens. Opening the mega cannon shatters. All Daleks prepare for combat maneuvering on the secondary drives. Main drive is in quiescent mode. The blind spot is clear. Mega cannons are ready to fire, opening the shutters on the secondary weapons bays.
We are badly outnumbered, so try to remain mobile. If we allow them to envelop us, we will be quickly overwhelmed. We must continue to delay them and try to thin their numbers.